Okay, so we will see some more programs related with the memory locations and the contents of the memory. Okay, so in which the first program we will take as to find out the largest number from the array. Largest number from array. Now let's assume at 30H memory location, so 30H to 39H, we have 10 numbers. And these 10 numbers are, we don't know what are the numbers which are available from 30 to 39. And we need to find out the largest number from this array. So here we need to take certain steps. So in which the first, if we try to write the algorithm here, first what we need to do, we need to initiate memory location and set counter. Okay, so we need to set the counter for 10 numbers. Now after that, the first number from the memory is taken into the accumulator. So first number will be available in accumulator. First number in accumulator. Okay, so after taking first number into the accumulator, the next step is we need to increment the memory location. So here we need to increment memory, and second number should be taken into another register, which is B. Okay, so here the second number will be taken into the B register. Okay. Now why we have to take the second number into the B register? So that we can compare these two numbers. So we have to compare these two numbers, whether that numbers are equal or not. So here we need to make the two comparisons. One is whether both numbers are equal or not, and second comparison is whether the accumulator is greater than B or B is greater than accumulator. Okay, so these two comparisons we need to do after that. And if suppose the second number, that is B number, is greater than A, we need to shift that number into the accumulator. So here after comparison we need to check if both numbers are equal, then we need not have to do any processing. So if both numbers are equal, then here we need to make no modification. Okay, so here no modification. Okay, and if second number again, if first number is greater, then also we have to do no modification. Okay. Now these are the two cases where we need not require to make any sort of modification. But suppose if the second number is greater, then we need to change that number with the accumulator. So here we need to make, if suppose second number is greater, then what we need to do, we need to make some sort of modification. And which modification here? Modification is transfer contents of B to accumulator. Okay. And after that, here as one comparison is over, the next process is we need to again increment and we need to do the further comparison. Okay, so after that we can write here directly compare next and decrement counter. This will be the process for the to find out the largest largest number from the array. Okay, so here we will try it we will go with the program. Here first we need to make org0000h. Okay, then to set the counter, here we need to put the data which is less than the count. Okay, and why it is so? Let's assume if suppose we have a count of 10 numbers. So from this 10 numbers count already we are taking first number into the accumulator. Okay. So here after that, how many comparisons we need to require or we need to do? Here from the first and second, that will be the first comparison. Then in between the first and second, whatever the largest number, that will get compared with the third. Then from these three, the next that will get compared with the fourth. Okay, from the fourth, the more that will get compared with the fifth and so on. So if we have 10 numbers, we need to do 9 comparisons. Okay, are you getting it? So here, if we have 10 numbers, we need to make 9 comparisons. That's why here we need to set the count of 09H. You understood? So in the previous programs, we have taken the count which is equal to the block, because we are transferring the complete contents from one block to the another block, or we are exchanging contents from one block to the another block. But here we need to make the comparisons from the count or the numbers which are available in the blank in the block. So here, if suppose we have 10 numbers, the comparisons will be 9. If suppose we have 20 numbers, the comparisons will be 19, and so on. So the total comparisons is nothing but the total count of block minus 1. So here we need to take 09 into the R7. Okay. After that, we need to set or initiate the memory location with the R0. So we will set it as R0, #38. So that will be the initiation of the memory location. Now the next is, after initiating the memory location, first number we need to take into the accumulator with the instruction move R0. Move A, @R0. Okay. Now after this taking the first number into the comparison, for the comparison, we need to increment R0. Now why we are incrementing R0 here? Because we are comparing first number with the second number. So whatever the first number is available, that will get compared with the second number. Okay. So for this comparison, we need to take the count, or we need to take the number from the next memory location. So we need to increment R0 here, and simply we will transfer the contents of that memory location into the register B @R0. So now here first number is available into accumulator. Okay, and second number is available into the B register. Now what will happen here? Here there may be 3 conditions. First is A is equal to B. That will be the first condition. Okay. Then the second condition is A is greater than B. A is greater than B. And the third condition will be B is or A is less than B. So these 3 conditions are there. And to compare these 3 conditions, or to check these 3 conditions, here we need to write the next instruction, that is compare and jump if not equal which numbers? A and B, and if it is equal, we will use the if it is not equal, we will use the location next, or we will use the label next. Okay, you understood it? What we have done? We have taken one number into the accumulator, second number into the B register, and now we are comparing these 2 numbers. Now see here, whenever we are writing compare and jump if not equal instruction, then this comparison takes place in between accumulator and B register only. Okay, so here we need to use or we need to take the 2 registers as CJNE A and B. Okay, so after that, here after taking the number into the accumulator and B register, we are comparing it with the instruction CJNE A, B. Now after this, here we will get 3 conditions. If these 2 are equal, or if both are equal, we need not require to change accumulator, because the result will be available, or the largest number will be available in accumulator. Okay, So we need not require to change the accumulator. Now the second condition is, if suppose A is greater than B, then also we need not require to change the accumulator. But if A is greater than, if A is less than B, we need to transfer the contents from B register into the accumulator. Okay, so this will be the case. So here in this first case, when it is A is equal to B, if what was the question? So if it is CJNE A comma B, so here if both numbers are not equal, we need to shift to the label. Now if it is equal, then we need to stop the further process and we need to check the next comparison. Okay, so here we will write it as next one. Okay, so it will be the simple which condition? Here this is unconditional jump. So here we will give unconditional jump to if both numbers are equal. Okay. Now, if both numbers are not equal, then what we need to do? We need to make, or we need to check the next condition. So here, the CJNE label will come here. Okay. So, no mistake here. Here we need to write it as sjump next. Okay. Now, if both numbers are not equal, we need to check the next condition, that is whether A is greater than B, A is greater than B, or A is less than B. And to check this condition, here what we need to do? We need to check the carry bit of PSW. So here, the first condition, if A is equal to B, that will be checked by CJNE instruction itself. Now for if A is greater than B or if A is less than B, we need to check the status of carry. So here in this compare instruction, by default what will happen? A will get subtracted from B. So this will be the condition. A will get subtracted from B. Now here either the result will be 0 or the result will be carry will get generated, carry equal to 1, and carry will not get generated, carry equal to 0. Now when this carry becomes 0, when A is greater than B. Okay. And when the carry will get generated, if B is greater than A. Now if A is greater than B, we need not require to make any changes. Okay. So here if we are not making any changes into the accumulator, or it will remain as it is, then here we need to only jump to the, or we need to skip the instructions which are used for modification. So keep in mind, if A is greater than B, carry is equal to 0. So here we need to check if carry is generated or not. So if carry is not generated, so here what we need to do? We need to shift to the labeled location next one. Okay. And if the carry is generated, then what does it mean? B is greater than A. So here in this case, we need to make, or we need to change the contents of accumulator and B. So we will move contents of B into the accumulator with the instruction move A comma B. Okay. Now, after making, or after transferring the contents from B to the accumulator, here what we need to do? We need to only decrement the counter DZNZ R7 comma up, and then last one will be sjump dot up. Okay, and this DZNZ up will be given to the instruction INC R0. Okay. Now, why we are giving this label to the INC R0 instruction? Because here, after transferring the contents, here we have not incremented the R0, because this line or this instruction is already available in this to the upper side. Okay, and whatever the contents which are available into the accumulator, that will be the greater number. So here we need not require to shift the contents of R0 to the accumulator. Okay, so up will be given here. Now see here, in this CJNE A comma B instruction, if compare and jump if not equal, if both are not equal, we have checked the condition JNC. Okay, and if both are equal, we are skipping the shifting of B to accumulator. That's why we have given the label next one instruction. Now the same case will happen if the instruction is, or if carry is not generated. Okay, so here these both label will come to the same instruction by skipping the modified instructions, or the instructions required for modification. So next one will come here. Okay, everyone got it? So this will be the simple program to check or to find out the largest number which is available into the array. Okay, everyone got it? Is everyone available or not? Okay, now we will check the same program into the key. So here we will take the program into the key. We'll save it with .asm, and we will move the content, or we will move this program into the source group. Okay. So already I have explained you how to open the key, how to create the program project, and so on. Okay, so directly we will put the program into the source group, and we will check whether there are any errors or not. Okay, so there are no any errors. Now we will check the content. Now for the sake of simplicity, what we'll do, we will move this count to the 4. Okay, so we'll take the array of 5 numbers, and this from these 5 numbers we will check the count, or we will find out the largest number. So here we will take the first number as 4, second number is 5, third number is 2, and fourth number is again 4, fifth number is F. Okay. Now we will see what will happen. Move R7, 04. So first number is available into the R7. 04 count is available into the R7. Then we have initiated the memory location with 30. After that, move A, R0. So first number came into the accumulator. See here, this 04 came into the accumulator. Then the next is INC R0. So R0 content will be 31. Then B will get 5 number with the instruction move B, @R0. And after that, we are checking, or we are comparing these two numbers. Now see here, both numbers are not equal. So here, what happens? See here, carry is set because the 5 is largest number. So in this compare instruction, here mutually there will be the subtraction in between accumulator and B register. But the result of these, what we can say, now this subtraction will not get stored into the accumulator, but it will affect the status of flags. Okay, so here after comparison, see here in this instruction, here if both numbers are not equal, it is directly shifted to the next instruction, that is jump if no carry. Now carry is generated, that's why it is shifted to the move B, A, and then the contents of accumulator will be 05. Okay, everyone understood it? So the 5 number is the largest number, so it came into the accumulator. And after that, we are decrementing the R7, and again we have incremented R0, or it will get to the labeled location. So R0 now becomes 32. See here, 30 first contents have transferred into the accumulator. Then R0 becomes 31. So contents from this R0 or this from 31 location is came into the B register. Okay, so the next address location is 32. So this R0 will become 32, and from this 32, the content needs to be transferred into the B register. Okay. So contents are transferred into the B register. Again, it is compared with the accumulator and B registers are compared. Now these are not equal. Now carry is generated or not. Check here, the carry is not generated here. So if the carry is not generated here, the processing or transferring of accumulator B to the accumulator will get skipped, and it comes to the DZNZ R7. Now R7 contents are 0, 2, and so on. Again, now see here, the largest number from this program is 0F. Okay, so this will be the largest number, and it came into the accumulator. Okay, everyone got it? Hello all. Okay, now tell me, here we have taken the largest number into the accumulator. Similarly, if we want to take the smallest number into the accumulator, what we need to make the changes into this program? Have you got the query? If suppose we want to make any changes in the if we want to take the smallest number into the accumulator, what the changes needs to be done or required into this main program? Can anyone tell? अरे जागे आहात का? Have you got the query? Azim? Azim, are you there? Tell me what should be the process, or what should be the changes needs to be required into this program if we want to take the smallest number. Can you explain? Dipti? Dipti, are you available? Tell me what the changes are required. Athar? Athar, are you available? Jump if carry is generated, right, Keval? So here in this program, here the slight changes are required. So here we have given the condition as for the second condition, that is jump if no carry. So here we need to give only jump if carry, and if this is the case, here what will come? The lowest number or the lower number will come into the accumulator. So let's check it. In the same program, we will take two numbers. Now here, we will take if both numbers are equal, this condition also. Okay, so here these are the 5 numbers. Then we will simply go with single stepping. So first R7 with 04, R0 30. First content 04 came into the accumulator. After that, after taking the first taking into the accumulator, we have incremented the pointer. Second number is taken into the B register, and now we are comparing. Now see here, these two numbers are equal. So in this case, see here, the carry is not generated into this PSW. Okay, but both numbers are equal. That's why directly we are shifted to the S jump, because here the zero gets generated. Okay, both numbers are equal. So directly we are skipping the further processing, and it will jump to the DZNZR7 if both numbers are equal. Okay, now again it will increment the pointer. The second number is taken into the B register, that is 02. Now after comparison, here the carry will get checked. Now see here, carry is not generated, so B contents will get transferred into the accumulator. See here, the accumulator contents are 02 now. Okay. Then again further it is compared with 05 and then with 01. So the smallest number came into the accumulator. Okay. So here in this case, here only by checking the condition whether the carry is generated or not, we can simply change the program from largest number to the smallest number. Everyone got it? I'm not getting any response. Whether all people are available or not. Raviraj, just turn mic on. Raviraj आहे का? Now I need to mark the people who are not attending the lecture. Only they are present for lecture. They are just starting the Google Meet and again leaving the mobile. So what is the roll number of Raviraj? Okay, Keval, ask Raviraj to call me afterwards. Amar?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Amar Desai? Amar is available. Call him also. Ask to call him also. Poonam available है क्या? Keval, just note down the names of these people who are not attending the lecture. Gaurav, are you present? Okay. Gauri? Siddesh? Vaishnavi? Okay, and Vaishnavi Darvi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will move further. So here we have seen the program suite, the block largest number and smallest number. Now we will take the next program as if suppose I need to find out which number is even, or first we will take the count of even numbers and odd numbers from the block. Okay, so if suppose we have a block of 10 numbers, and from these 10 we want to find out the even numbers and odd numbers. Okay, so in this case, these even and odd numbers, these are checked or identified by the least bit of the number. Okay, now see, if suppose I'm writing 01, whether that number is even or odd. If it is 01, here the binary format for the 01 is 0000. Okay, for 2, binary format will be 000. Here for 1 it will be 0001. For 2 it will be 0010. For 3, 0011. 4 0 1 0 0. For 5 0 1 0 1. For 6 0 1 1 0. For 7 0 1 1 1. For 8 1 0 0 0. 9 1 0 0 1. Okay. Then for 10, that is A, or for accumulator, A, it will be 1 0 1 0. For 11, it will be 1 0 1 1. Okay. Now, if we are taking this such type of numbers here, check here. If this we are taking this as 0 number, 0 1 number, here the LSB is 1. So this LSB becomes 1 if the number is 1. Okay. Now the same number is this LSB is 1 for the count 3. Okay. Then for 5. So if we check all the numbers here, for odd numbers, all the LSB becomes 1. Everyone got it? And for even numbers, LSB becomes 0. So these becomes 0 for even numbers. So if it is 0 1, LSB will become 1. If it is 0 2, LSB becomes 0. If it is 0 3, LSB becomes 1. For 0 4, LSB becomes 0. For 5, LSB becomes 1, and so on. Got it? So here, to check whether the number is even or odd, we need to check the LSB of that bit. We need to check LSB. Okay. So if the LSB is 0, the number will be even number. And if the LSB is 1, then the number will be odd number. This is the simple process we need to make. So if LSB is 0, the number will be even. If LSB is 1, the number will be odd. Now, if in this array, or if we are taking the array of 10 numbers, okay, so in this array of 10 numbers, here what we need to check, for every number if LSB is 1 or 0. Okay. So we need to check only that case. If it is incremented or if it is 1, then we will increment the count, and if it is 0, we will increment another count. So for even number, we will take one register. So let's assume R2 will be the register for even number, and for our odd number, we will take register R3. So for if suppose we have got one even number, the count of R2 will become 1. Okay. If our second number we have got as even number, the count becomes 2. The third number is odd number, the count of R3 will become 1. For fourth number, if it is even, then R2 becomes 3, and so on. So from the complete array, we will check whether the numbers are even number or odd numbers, or how many numbers are even numbers and how many numbers are odd numbers. Okay. So this is a simple process we need to make into this program. Okay. So what will be the instant? One more thing. Here we are checking the contents for 0 1 to 1 0. Okay. Now if suppose the number is 0 0, then whether the number is even number or odd number, according to our logic, this number should be even number, but actually this number is nor even nor odd number. Okay. So here this will be the special case, and we need to check this special case first, and then we need to move further for checking the even number or odd number. Okay, so you got it. So we will try for the program. By default, the first instruction will be org0000h. Now see here how many numbers we are taking. Where if suppose we are taking 10 numbers, and if we want to check whether both the count of even number and odd number, so here we need to take a counter of 10 numbers, because every number we are checking here. Okay, so here the counter will be of 10 numbers. Okay. Now to store the count of even numbers, we need to provide one register, and to store the count for odd numbers, we need to provide one register. So we will write the instruction move R2 comma hash 00h and move R3 comma hash 00h. So these are two counters. One is provided or assigned for even number and one is assigned for odd number. Okay. Then we will initiate the memory location with R0 as 38. Okay. So this will be the first process. So here we have done the setting of counter, initiation of two memory location, and setting of two more counters for the count of even number and odd number. Now, from the first memory location, first number is taken into the accumulator, okay, with the instruction move a comma @R0. Okay. So here, first memory location contents are taken into the accumulator. Now see here, this counter is either zero count, or this contents at this memory location is either zero or it may be non-zero, but it will be even or odd. So first we need to check whether this count is zero or not. So if it is zero, here we need not require to increment any counter, that is increment of even count or odd count. Directly we will decrement the counter and we will check the next number. Okay. So the first condition is we need to check whether the accumulator contains are zero or not. That means the memory location contains are zero or not. So directly what we'll do, we will compare this number with accumulator CJNE a comma hash 00h. So directly we will check this with 00. So what will happen? Either the count will be zero, sorry, accumulator contains are zero or not. So if it is not zero, what we need to do? We need to go to the labeled location, and if the count is zero, simply we need to write the unconditional jump to the next one location. Unconditional jump is provided to the labeled location where we are removing the, or we are skipping the instructions which are used for modification. Now if both numbers are not equal, here we need to go to the labeled location next. Now here, after checking if it is not equal to 0, 0, we need to check whether the content of whether the LSB bit of that particular count or particular number is 1 or 0. So here, to check that contains, we need to rotate the contents towards the right side by one position, and we need to shift the LSB to the carry so that we can check the carry bit. Okay, so here we need to use the instruction RRC, rotate right through carry. Okay, so we need to write the instruction RRC. Then after this RRC, what will happen? The contents or LSB will get shifted to the carry. Now after shifting it to the carry, we can check whether the number is or whether that number is even or odd. And how it will happen? If it is carry is set, that means the LSB bit is 1, and if it is 0, then the number will be even number. Okay, so we will only shift the contents to the RRC by using the instruction. We will shift the contents towards the right side by one position by shifting LSB to the carry bit using instruction RRC. And after shifting it to the carry bit, we will check whether the carry is generated or not. So we can write any instruction, jump if carry or jump if no carry. So we'll write jump if carry. Okay. So jump if carry, what we will do? We will go to the next two locations. Okay. And if it is not generated, or if carry is not generated, what we will do? We will only increment any register R2. Okay. So we will increment the register R2. Then here, if suppose the carry is not generated, it will come to the labeled location next to And here in this label location next to here, we will increment R3. Now keep in mind, now as microcontroller is executing every instruction step by step, so here after increment R2 again, or we'll take the previous instruction, jump is carry. So here if the carry is not generated, we will or the controller will execute this INC R2 instruction. And after execution of INC R2 instruction, again it will execute INC R3 instruction. So in that case, we need to skip this process now if carry is not generated. So simply here also we need to give unconditional jump, S jump to the next location. Okay. Now, if the carry is generated, it will get shifted from this location to this location by skipping INCR2. So here we will increment INCR3, and after incrementing R3, again what we need to do here, any one. So see here, previously here we have done comparison of this accumulator contains with 0 0. Okay, so this step is over. We have checked the condition whether the count is number is 0 or not. After that, we have rotated the contents and we have checked the one condition, or we have incremented counter if the carry is not generated, and now we have checked the condition if the carry is generated. So here all the three conditions where we have used the instructions for three conditions. Now here what we'll do, we will increment the R0 or next memory location, and we will decrement counter R7, and if it is 0, then we will stop, otherwise we will move to the up, and up will come again to this instruction up, move A comma R0. Okay, now here for this S jump instruction, unconditional jump instruction, we have written next one. Here also for this unconditional jump, here also we need to provide next one, and this next one label will come to this instruction here, next one. Okay, why? Because if suppose both numbers are equal, or accumulator is 0, or the memory location contents are 0, we need to skip this all this process and we need to move to the next memory location. So it will come here. Okay. Now here in this condition, here if the carry is not generated, we have incremented R2. So here it will come to the next location. Okay. So after incrementing the R2, we need to skip this INC R3. Nah? So here we have given the unconditional jump to the next one location. So directly we are incrementing the pointer to the INC R1. Okay, everyone got it? And after that we have checked or we have done DJNZ R7 comma up, and the last instruction will be S jump dollar, and then end. Okay, so this is the program for checking or taking the count for even number and odd number. Okay, so just we will try this into the key. So we will stop here. Let the new program called V, and we'll save with the name even odd dot ASM. Okay, and we will add it into the kill even odd dot ASM. Now we will check number of operands does not match. Next, what happened here? S jump next is given here. Next to is given here. Right. So here we have not written RRC accumulator. Okay. Now here there are 10 numbers. So first number will keep default as 0 0. Second number will take as 2 1. Second number 2, then 3 4 5, then we'll take as 7, then A, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and F. Okay, so I have taken 10 numbers. Now we'll check. So first R7 will become 0, R2 and R3 become 0, 0, R0 30. Then we have taken the first number into the accumulator. Now see here accumulator contents are 0, 0. Okay. Now when we are comparing it with 0, 0, here the result is 0. So it will get directly shift to the S jump. Right. So it will shift to the next one, that is incrementing of R0. Now R0 becomes 1. Now the contents from R0 is now 1, that came into the accumulator here as 1. Okay. After that, we have checked it. If it is not equal, it is shifted to the, or we have rotated the contents. Now see here, after rotating the contents towards the right by one position, here accumulator contents are 0, 0. Why it happens? Because if let's say accumulator contents are 0, 1, that means the count will be this count will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now when we are shifting it towards right by one position, here what will happen? By default, carry contents are 0. So here the carry bit will come to the D7th bit. So it will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and this 1 will move to the carry. Okay. So here it is shifted to the carry. So we'll check here. Here the carry bit becomes 1. Everyone got it? Now, after that, after shifting to the carry bit, we will check whether the carry is generated or not. Now carry is generated. So here it will by default increment R3. Now see here the contents of R3 becomes 1. Okay, R3 becomes 1. Now after that, decrementing of R7, again comparing. So here again 0 2 came into the accumulator compared with 0 2. Again rotate it. Now see here, after rotation here the content becomes 0 1. Why? Because for 2 here it will be 1 0, and it becomes 0 0 0 1 by shifting 0 to the carry bit. Okay, so here it will increment R2. Now see here R2 becomes 12. Okay, so if we check for all the numbers here, what will happen? R2 1 0. Okay, now see here from these numbers 1 3 5 7 5 7 and C. So these are 5 numbers are odd numbers. So R3 becomes 5. Okay, then 2 4 A 2 4 A and F. This becomes even numbers. So R3 R2 becomes 0 4, and 0 0 is nor even nor odd. Okay, so from 10 numbers or the block of 10 numbers, 4 numbers are even numbers, 5 numbers are odd numbers. Okay, so that result we have got into the racer R2 and R3. Okay. Everyone understood it? Okay, so we will stop here.